Okay, so now you know where to find virtual assistants to hire.
If you watched our last video.
Yeah, it's in our last video, of course.
Bless
But
your
now we're
hearts.
going to talk about how to get them started, how to actually hire them. All right, in a previous video, we talked about where to find people to hire as a virtual assistant. Now we're going to talk about how you actually hire them. I've got some tips because I've been outsourcing for over 8 years. It works really well when you follow these steps we're going to talk about right now. Okay, so using the tool that we talked about in the previous video, the virtual assistant tool, you want to narrow that list down to 30 or 40 people. Okay, so you might start with, there's a couple 100,000 people there. So you narrow that list down to 30 or 40 people that are qualified, okay, and then you send them an email message through the system. You just hit the send button, and you wait for those to reply. First of all, the message that you send them is going to be brief. You don't need to go into all the ins and outs, the details of the positions, what you're looking for, what the pay is. You just basically give them an idea. Hey, this is me. I've been hiring in the Philippines for such and such a years. This is what we do, and we're looking for another video editor. If you are available for a position like this, email me back and I'll let you know more details.
Which is good. That's all really a job seeker is wanting at that moment anyway. Yeah.
So out of the 30 or 40 that I send that message to, a half or some percentage will reply, and those people I will then take a second look at. I'll like, okay, is this, maybe start to do some own filtering in my mind, but I will actually make them a custom video, not a professional one. I don't get out my Canon cameras or anything, but I'll just take a selfie video like this or my webcam on my MacBook,
right,
and I'll talk to them. And usually I will use my MacBook actually, because I'll show them myself on the webcam, but then I'll switch over and I'll show them my website and show them some of the things that we do on YouTube.
Yeah.
And the reason that I do that is they're not a person that's coming into my office and shaking my hand and seeing where I work and seeing my studio and my equipment. They don't know me. And so just as much as I want to find an employee that I can hire that I trust them, they want to find a boss that they can trust.
Of course, yeah.
And so being in video, letting them see me, showing them around my YouTube channel, showing them what we do, showing them the different, all the views that we've had on our videos, it gives them a sense of legitimacy of this position and whatnot. Right. So I'll make them a video. I'll probably talk to them for 5 or 8 minutes or something like that, and explain in general terms what the position is that they would fill and what I'm looking for. Instead of writing out a lengthy job description, I need this, you need to be a problem solver.
It's so much easier to just verbalize it. Yeah. It really is. And too often also when you have to write out the job descriptions and all of those requirements, it's so verbose. And we always try to be so, well, this is how we're supposed to write these lists, and this is what they should sound like. And most job seekers they don't understand what exactly I will be doing for you at work that day. And so for someone to be able to say, here's the situation, I make these videos, you're basically going to be cutting them together and adding certain things, elements that are already sort of templated out for you. You know what I mean? You get to it a lot quicker that way. I would love if a potential boss sent me something like that. Plus it's personalized because it's coming to me and it's not just some shotgun generic video, right? I mean, you're making this specifically for this guy, right?
And then at the end of my video, I tell them how to apply. So now they know a lot more details about what I'm looking for, and they know all the details about my company. I tell them, and this is a challenge because when I outsource to the Philippines and it's a third world country, I tell them, I want you to make me a selfie video. Whether you have a phone, most of them have phones, or set up a webcam or something. It doesn't have to be professional. Don't worry about the lighting. Don't worry about anything. I just need to be able to hear you and what you say.
Yeah.
Talk to me, maybe face a window, and explain to me why you want to work for my company. And I list off a couple of things that I would like to hear, like talk to me about how your experience relates to what I'm hiring. And they'll send me, a smaller portion of them. Some people won't be willing to take those steps, and that's a good filter. The people that reply by email, only a percentage of those will actually take the step to make a video. I found that to be a really great filter, because if they're not willing to try and figure something out or do something hard, I'm smiling all of a sudden because I'm thinking of, I just hired a guy. The video he sent me is so good. Like, he made his video. He mentioned the video. I've actually had to film this a few times to get it right because I kept messing up. But then at the end, he added some of his bloopers. And it just was, I was like, this is classic.
Cool. Yeah, well done.
Anyway, I just love that.
Yeah.
I could tell that he really wanted to impress me by the effort he took. And obviously, it was great to see him and his personality.
Personality. You want to connect with somebody. Yeah, you want to know that they have a sense of humor, and aren't so tightly wound.
Now, this is kind of a side note, and you might find this is odd, but I've never hired somebody, I've never talked to them on the phone. It seems weird to me. I love making videos and sending it to them and having them send a video to me. There's a new app that I've started using with my team just in the last few weeks. It's called Voxer, which is like a walkie-talkie app. You can look that up. Maybe I'll make a video about it because it is actually pretty cool. And I'm using the free version right now. I just upgraded, $4 a month. Yeah, to think that I've hired somebody and I've been working with my team for 8 years and we've never had a phone call conversation, not even in the hiring process. Kind of interesting. But this is what it's worked for me. Maybe you'll do something different in that regard. But I do recommend giving them that assignment of making an application video. And then maybe if you want to, you could do a Skype call.
That's a great idea. Fun recruiting process. And you'd know where you stand with somebody like Nate because it's showing your personality as well. Love it. Okay, so now you know how to hire your first virtual assistant, or at least most of the things that you can do.
Yeah, or if you've done it the wrong way in the past and it hasn't worked, try it this way. I thought you were laughing for All right, remember to like, subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow. We've got a lot of good stuff for you.